For some of us that live in flats or apartments and are being targeted via the shadow state's harassment, stalking and surveillance program, we know that a neighbour either will be turned via rewards, or they're not the neighbour that you thought they were, or if the property next door, above, adjacent, below is vacant, then people are deliberately moved in order to slowly, covertly destroy your life. And we also know that part of the strategy when inside your flat or apartment is to shadow you, to make you aware you are being somehow seen in your flat. You experience noise campaigns daily and through the night. You're woken deliberately multiple times in the night, so you don't get a full sleep, and often you are knackered through the day. So how is the shadowing or the having the ability to locate you in your flat done? On the most basic level, it could be something like this, that this military guy has a radar based hardware that can see through walls. Now my neighbour lives, the gangstalking neighbour lives below, in the flat below, so I can't see them or it using this and pressing it against the ceiling. So maybe there's a portable way, a portable radar that you can hand hold and just point upwards and know via that way that where that person is that you're targeting, i.e. me. So they can follow me in every room, bang under me to let me know that they know where I am. And this is what they do. But you won't be able to prove it without actually committing a criminal offence, which is a catch-22 situation. You are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But as those that know, I do have evidence of the outside harassment, and in some of my video clips the tracking element. You can see that clearly because people are lying in wait to shout an insult or a warning or a threat to me. Regarding this radar equipment, I'll just read the paragraph here. Federal contract records show the US Marshals Service began buying radars in 2012, and use in other agencies is rising as well. In addition to spying and law enforcement, many other useful functions can be performed using this technology. For example, some have suggested using through-wall radar sensing technology to monitor a sleeping baby to prevent sudden infant death syndrome. While this can detect breathing through walls, it should be noted that it may not be healthy to radiate someone for a long period of time. Notice the word they use, radiate. Now, if radar is being used, that is, let's take that as that it is being used or was being used in my case, especially when I was sleeping. So I'm in one place for hours and hours. Now, if radar is being trained on me for hours and hours, then I'm going to be exposed to longer periods of whatever type of radiation this hardware emits. Now, the cumulative effect of that over days and weeks and months and years is bound to have a catastrophic effect on the body. I developed aches, pains, burning. The burning specifically, when I was lying down, or if I'd sit down, it will be to the part that's in contact with the floor. This is another reason why I don't sleep here anymore in the flat. And that started in late 2012, so some 3 years into the harassment. I learnt about it. I learnt about gangstalking in 2012, or early 2013, and my body started to fall apart at a similar time, funnily enough. So some 3 years afterwards. So is radar what's used to help aid the sadistic fuckers slowly destroy your life, and covertly? And they know they've got the backing of corrupt elements of the police and anyone else that is in the hierarchy that's organising these things. So that's one option, radar at the basic level. There could be another option. Could be cameras have been secretly installed. Stephen Lawrence, I've mentioned this before. Stephen Lawrence was a black boy, young man, that was murdered in Eltham, South East London. I think it was 1993, and the suspects were filmed secretly at one of their homes. This is 1993. You know, they were inside talking racist language, and I think that one of them had a knife and he was demonstrating what he'd do with his knife and that. And so they were totally oblivious to the fact they were being secretly filmed inside their flat. This is 1993, I think. So where are we now? 25, 26 years ago. Technology, as you know, is advanced leaps and bounds. It's also miniaturised to a phenomenal degree. So cameras would be even more helpful than radar if cameras have been secretly installed in our places. And then there's, now we talk about this and we get dismissed as being delusional at best. And yet, if somebody like Julian Assange, who is a very, very smart guy and currently in the Ecuadorian embassy in London, I believe. Now, if he talks about weird stuff, and we're talking really weird stuff here, then you listen, because he's not seen as delusional. He's just seen as a very intelligent, smart guy. Now, this is Julian Assange, one of his videos where he talks about evil, intelligent dust. So if you type that in, I'm not going to play the video or videos that are available on this subject, but type in Julian Assange, evil, intelligent dust, and you'll learn some very weird stuff, and dystopian if it's true, if it's coming true. And I've had the privilege of seeing this smart dust under an electron microscope, and it's been magnified. So let me, if I can focus, here we are. So I'm going to bring it into where we can see it, and there's proof of the evil dust. Yeah, that was a joke, I know, a poor joke. But Julian Assange talks about evil, smart dust technology, intelligent dust. So if he's talking about it, then you can understand that there's lots more going on than just radar equipment and maybe small cameras installed. I'm not saying that those of us targeted via the shadow state are subject to some of this highly classified technology, but it is out there.